So Aliette, Orange is launching at VivaTech a new approach which will help startups and scale-ups accelerate through integration into business solutions. Tell us about the program and why integration is such a key part of your strategy, and why Anozr Way is a strong example of the kind of innovation that you're hoping to bring to the market.
So what we see at the moment is that we live in an absolutely crazy world, and whether it's the Orange Group or our enterprise clients, they want to have more control on the tech they use, and we see as a consequence an increasing demand for European and for French tech among our customer base. And that's why we are launching this new program, which is about boosting how startups can sell to the Orange Group, but can also sell through the Orange Group and through Orange Business, and sell with Orange Business. So that's typically what we do with Anozr Way, trying to use their technology for ourselves because we need it, and then working with them to integrate the tech deeply in our portfolio to sell the tech together to our enterprise clients.
Another Way focuses on human cyber risk and social engineering attacks. I'm curious, what problem were you trying to solve when you actually created the company originally, and why is that challenge becoming more urgent in the age of generative AI?
When we created Anozr Way in 2019, 80% of the attacks exploit human vulnerabilities, despite the technical ones. And now this rate increased to 95%. Why? Because it's easier today to attack the people, because it's easy, okay? And how do they do? How the criminals do? In fact, they use social engineering attack, and social engineering attack is like, the phishing, spoofing, CEO fraud, identity theft, and the deepfake, okay? And for this, why it's easy? Because the raw material for all this kind of attack are your personal and professional data. And thanks to all the attacks companies known the last years with ransomware, there's a lot of data leaks, and we are all responsible because we expose a lot of data on our social media. So all this data permit to the criminal to know you better than your mother and prepare an attack to fool you.
Deepfakes are becoming increasingly sophisticated. How serious a threat are they now for businesses and institutions, and what kind of cases are the most concerning today?
Yeah, so, analyses are showing that approximately more than half of companies have faced financial losses related to deepfakes and those type of frauds in the past years. I see this every day in my role. A few weeks ago, my head of Australia received a voicemail from me giving some guidelines. Actually, it was not me. I can tell you the voice was perfect, the tones, the English accent. and in my team, there's no one single week when they are not receiving a fake WhatsApp message from me. So it's absolutely a reality. It's a reality for all our clients. CEO impersonation is one part of the problem, but it's much, much larger in all the sensitive processes when you need to authenticate people, when the trust element is important. You have risks, especially in the banking sector, public sector, for utilities, energy. So we need to have a broad end-to-end approach, and detection of deepfakes is part of the answer, but prevention and all the analysis that, for instance, Anozr Way is providing is absolutely critical.
Philippe, Orange Business is integrating Anozr Way's tech into its approach to deepfake and identity-related fraud. But how does your solution work in practice? How does it help organizations reduce the risk of fraud, impersonation, and social engineering attacks?
Yes. We built a platform that helps companies to fight against social engineering attacks. So our platform is a human risk management platform, and it's very easy. In fact, we put our customers in the eyes of the attackers. What kind of data they can find on you to prepare their social engineering attack. And in the case of deepfake, anticipation is a key word. In fact, when there's a deepfake, it's too late sometimes. Okay, so the good strategy is to anticipate. And doing that, the raw material to prepare the deepfake is not available for the criminal. So we give all our customers a view what kind of data there's on the clear web, deep web, dark web, and social media that can be used. And it's not only about videos and pictures. You know, when there's deepfake, whatever is the quality of the deepfake, something very important is the content, okay? If someone knows you and heard words and no content that is your context, okay, it sounds false, okay? So every single data about your friends, what the project in your company, and whatever, a lot of data, that's why we're tracking and helping the companies to fight against this.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, how important will trusted and sovereign technologies be in the fight against AI-powered fraud, and what will be the biggest challenge in staying ahead of these threats?
Absolutely. I mean, trust and sovereignty are part of all discussions here at VivaTech. What we see is that, as I said earlier, we are in an absolutely crazy world, and all companies, they want to make sure that the tech they use, which is absolutely critical for the business, is future-proof and is resilient, whatever happens, and you don't want critical piece of your tech stack to be shut down or overnight. You want, from a compliance perspective as well, to make sure that over time the tech you use will be compliant, for instance, with the European rules of the game. So all of this is really pushing in the direction of trying to scale more startups from the European tech ecosystem, and that's really what we are trying to do.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here at VivaTech News, and we hope you have an amazing experience this week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.